Hi, my name is Ralph, and I'm from Swamp, Oklahoma. And I just wanted to comment on Obama's policy he's trying to pass through the House and Senate right now. This health care bill that they want to pass through. I don't know. Most of it's already been seen, and most of the public does not support this. And of course, he doesn't care. He's pushing his left wing radical agenda, changing, transforming this country fundamentally, as he put it. Uh, but common sense says, young people that don't need the health insurance because they're healthy and they don't want that extra expense that they're using for other things while they're young. You have people, of course, that don't hold a job or work, and they're the ones that are going to benefit. It'll be on the backs of everybody else. People that already have insurance that they like, they're going to be either forced out of their insurance by a so-called marketplace, public option. It's all the same thing. You can't compete against the government. They don't have to make a profit, so they push private industry out of the way. What's a company going to do? They're going to pay a 7-8% penalty, whatever it is, or are they going to pay for insurance for their employees that may cost 11 or 12%? They're probably going to drop it, and you're going to be forced into some type of, like I said, so-called marketplace, or it all gets to the same thing. A public option is what they're pushing for. Single payer is what he really wants. He's stated that many times. You look at all of his associates and people he surrounded himself with ever since he was in Chicago, and everything's per quo, just like he's doing over in Amsterdam right now. We got all this going on in the country. You don't have time to talk to his top general on the ground in Afghanistan, but he's got time to fly over and then have his wife fly over later on her smaller 737 jet. All these people that are so worried about the environment, yet they can fly these jets for a 24-hour, trip over to Amsterdam to try to get the Olympics there. So all their cronies and friends, are going to benefit. It's going to happen. I'm sure there'll be other people that benefit. That all Olympics haven't made money for the country they're in. That's not always been the case. So, but the people, developers and landowners and stuff like that, that are anywhere close to that property, either they're selling it or just in close proximity to it after it's built, are going to benefit from the land values going up. I don't know why people just don't come out and say this man is, he wasn't qualified. He didn't say that he wasn't a senator for even a year. He was, a community organizer. He was good friends with Acorn. He was an attorney for a period of time. Represented them in a case, a lawsuit. Was one of their trainers, and yet, he acts like just somebody on the block, like Bill Ayers. All these. If you surround yourself with people that are radicals, when I was a kid, if I ran around with a bunch of hoodlums and did that for 20 years, then I'd probably be a hoodlum. The man can't seem to make a decision without watching the polls or worried about what somebody over in another country is going to say about him. Don't seem to be real proud of our country and the accomplishments we've made here. He's more. He seems like he just spends all his time appeasing. He's afraid to make a decision. He surrounds himself with nothing but a bunch of czars and advisors to basically do his job. And we got a bunch of incompetence running this country, and we got the head incompetent, which is Obama. You have an incompetent man putting people into positions. You're going to get incompetent people holding those positions. That's I don't see why anybody would expect him to put anybody in there that knows what they're doing, considering he doesn't know what he's doing. He may have a few in there that got some idea, but most of these people are radical in their viewpoints, and they're wanting to push this country to the far left, and this is a center-right country, so he's not really thinking about the country. He's thinking more about what he wants to do. I just wanted to say that I have a lot of other things on mind, but I kind of wanted to put that out there as just the average person. I work, I pay my mortgage, I didn't get subprime, you know. I try to be responsible and raise my kids, and I feel like this guy is trying to take the little bit I have and give it to people he thinks deserve it. You know, more just basically people he wants as voters in his direction later. You know, is what I feel like he's doing. I mean, that's his past. That's the way he does things. Chicago politics. Why anybody would expect him to do a 180-degree turn all of a sudden, and he doesn't do anything like that anymore? He's a totally changed, different person than all of his associates, as radical as they were and are. All of a sudden, he's a different person, but you can see what he's doing with the economy and the takeover of the auto industry. He wants health care, climate, you know, the climate bill. Man flies every other day. He's flying on Air Force One, going down the street to get ice cream for the kids, you know, and he's trying to tell us we're supposed to change our thermostat at home and have us walking to work next, regardless of how far. You know, even though it's do as I say, not as I do, you know. The guy's so egotistical. I think he's believing the hype, you know, that's been put out by the left-wing media. You know, he believes he's got to the point where he's so high on himself that he can do no wrong, even though most of what he's doing now is wrong for the country. Maybe right for him and what his end result. You know, France or whatever he wants us to resemble. You know, the man's from Kenya. I don't want to live in a country that's got the economics of Kenya. That may be what he wants. I don't want it for me. I don't want it for my kids. I just wanted to put that out there as an average man on the street. Thank you.